Hello, it's Helen from Ethnic Awareness of You with this week's tarot card reading for the week of the 18th to the 24th of January. So this week I'm still using the Sun and Moon Tarot. So this week I'm just going to change this around a little bit. The card in the middle is going to be the here and the now, the present. The card on the left is going to be the card from the past. And the card on the right is going to be important information that we may need to know for this week. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the middle card, which is the present card. And we have the worry card, the Five of Pentacles. So at this point in time, let's look at the five. Five, I always look at and go, look, there's opportunities for change and growth here. You're right in the middle of something. And five is a card, it is ideally the worry card, and you may be worried about your work, money, property, your physical health. It's very much dealing with the material realm and the physical realm. And you can see that these little people here are, they're outside of something, outside of a building, and they're curled up. They may not know exactly what to do or where to go. So you may be feeling that way in regards to your money. You may feel like you don't have enough time or energy or money or resources at this point in time to help to see you through. Now, the worry card is a card of, try not to worry too much, okay? And the best way to tackle that is to address any situations that come your way. If you are worried about your money, we'll sit down and look at the money, work out a budget, get a plan happening. The other thing about the Five of Pentacles is that you may be feeling as if you are in a bit of a hardship, and it is a time to kind of ask for help. Know that there's people around there that you can perhaps even talk to about it, because sometimes that can lessen the burden, okay? It also get information about the things that you're worried about to help you alleviate the worry. But it also was a card of you, there's no movement kind of at this point. So it may just be that you are worrying about things. So either talk to people, share your worries, take some action, and even in the very least make a list. Write down what you are worried about, okay? And remember that the five is an opportunity for change and growth. I always see the five as you're right in the middle of the 1 and the 10. So you're progressing, you're growing, you're changing, and you've just hit an uncomfortable place at this point in time. And certainly if it is about health or worries, go to the doctor, seek help. This card often is a card of kind of seeking help, and that could, at the most basic form, it could just be about getting more information about the thing that you are actually worried about, okay? So instead of kind of sitting down and worrying about it, you can kind of take some action, and getting information, writing a list is sometimes very good. It can help you with that. So let's see what the past energy is that could be influencing this. So we have the King of Wands. So the King of Wands ideally is someone who, so in the past you may have felt confident, you might have felt like you're on top of things, because he's kind of looking to the left, which means he is certainly looking back at the past. So in the past you may have felt more creative, you might have been a little bit more inspired, you might have felt you had everything that you actually needed. It also kind of looks like, that kind of phase is kind of ended and you are moving into a new phase with the Five of Pentacles, which is that kind of uncomfortable beginning it can be. So the King of Wands in the past was someone who was confident, passionate, creative, in his power. He used his will and he used his strength. So I would say you perhaps don't feel you have that at the moment with the Five of Pentacles. So this could also be a time of recharging your batteries, okay? You could have burnt yourself out with the King of Wands energy. So it's also a time of recharging your batteries. Also perhaps even getting a little bit of a rest, because you may have overdone it with the King of Wands. And perhaps you aren't feeling as confident as you were a little bit in the past. So we might just see what the important information is for us to help us get some clarity here. So where are we? I've lost it. There we go. So we have the Two of Pentacles. So it is because you are going through a change, and usually the change is change and it is movement, and it can be a bit of multitasking. The Pentacles are very grounded, they're very earthy, and they're very practical. So it's about taking the practical approach, taking practical steps, looking at things realistically. And Pentacles are also very much about action. So it's about being in the material realm. So Two of Pentacles is movement and change. It is a bit of multitasking. So, it is about, organisation as well, okay? So getting in there and doing the job that you kind of have to do. Try not to take on anything else that you can't handle. It's about doing what actually has to be done right now for you, okay? But the key to this is that you are going through change. There is movement coming your way, and you may just be feeling a little bit uncomfortable about that. So the Two of Pentacles, don't take on any more that you kind of can. It is about looking at the job at hand. As you can see, he's got, he's juggling things, but he's looking at his left hand, he's looking at his right hand, okay? So maintain some balance. That's really important too. Don't go to extremes here. It's about maintaining balance. Whereas the King of Wands, you might have just been a bit too confident or a bit too out there, a bit too, running around quite a lot. We're being asked to come back to reality a little bit more. Stay focused very much in the present moment. So, because we are going through change and movement, and we have to make adjustments. I think with the Five of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, it is about making adjustments, fine-tuning our reality just a little bit. So this week you may find that you may go through some major changes that may feel a little bit uncomfortable or difficult, okay? And the trick to it is to be very focused, practical, logical, balanced. Sort out things, particularly in areas of money or your career or anything that you are really worrying about. And you will go back to the King of Wands and be confident and passionate and feeling empowered, okay? But at this point in time, we're perhaps not feeling that. But we soon will be, I think, because the Two of Pentacles are indicating that we are just having a bit of a change around us. Okay, so I might wrap that up there now. So thank you so much for watching, your likes, your comments, and your shares. Have a good week, and I will talk to you soon.